few years back, my wife came to me and she's like, I think we should get an Airstream.
I think everybody wants an Airstream as soon as they find out how cool they are.
And it didn't take us long after looking at the prices to decide that we were not going to get an Airstream.
Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go.
We settled on Indigo the Airstream, and her nickname is Indy. Of course, I looked at trailers and was like, oh, these look dinky, these look rinky. And then I found my first Airstream, and I told my husband, I said, this is what we need. And then he said, baby, look at the price. And I said, oh, okay, maybe we will not get an Airstream.
To buy a brand new 30-foot Airstream with our trim and finish and interior design, I think you'd be well north of $100,000.
This Airstream popped up and it just spoke to me. Price was right and it needed some work, that's for sure. Called my husband and I said, I found this really cool Airstream. I think it's a good find. The price looks right.
I think it was listed for about $14,500. Gave her the green light. I'm like, let's do it. What's the worst that can happen?
She was in good shape, but it was just dirty and gross. I ended up primering all the walls and painted all the walls an icy blue color. The cabinets, I took all the doors off and I used a spray gun. And I did 10 coats on the cabinet doors with a spray gun. I took out all the countertops and sinks. We cut out of butcher block countertops for every counter in the Airstream. We put in new sinks and faucets. It was $800 to recover the couch. I added an accent mountain wall, and that was made with reclaimed dunnage from Home Depot that me and my stepdad might have just taken. I definitely liked that we could add our own pizzazz or something special to our Airstream. Shade, drive in, overnight, pull through gravel.
Nice, easy campground just outside the park. That way we can just like pull in, sleep real quick. Early March, our trip's in late July, and we're trying to work out the itinerary. And right now we're looking at Whitehorse, a good campground there. It's 2 nights in Glacier, 2 nights in Banff?
Yes.
2 nights in Banff, and then we're looking at, we're mixed between Laird or Whitehorse to do another rest. That's the update. Peace.
Says you have a secret entrance. It's possible for a skinny and agile person to slide into the exterior compartment from the outside, push up on the bed, and enter the trailer. We've used this technique to help folks who have locked themselves out of their trailers.
I can do it. Check hitch. What's your video? This is our turn.
And the wood glue, so it'll like stick in there nice.
Okay,
Hey, Mr. Boots.
hi, Bubba, you ready?
Day 1. Came in on a red eye. What?
Yesterday morning, arrived at 8:45 a.m.
Plus our humps all night to get ready. So here goes.
Here goes. What do you think, Boots? Here we go.
Big fire out in front of us. We're up at Flagstaff about 2.5 hours into our trip.
There, look. You know my phone. Lake Powell.
Oh, dang, girl.
Oh, dang.
Lake Powell, 9 o'clock, took about 30 minutes to get set up. First time ever spending the night in Airstream. So far it's gone pretty smooth. Got the generator running outside.
We're unhooked, we're leveled, we got the block set up.
Unhooked,
We got
level.
the stove cooking, the air conditioning on, the dog settled and fed.
Oh.
He's laying down.
We're gonna eat some dinner.
Bratwurst. We got some couscous that's already cooked, and now we're blanching some green beans. It was so cool. We had nice with the kids who were in like Germans next to us. Yeah, 2 hours behind schedule.
Terrible.
Traffic everywhere, man. Some girl tried to run into us because she was texting and driving. Totally thought the truck was gonna be a whole side swiped. So, we'll be sitting in traffic for another hour. And we're gonna be 3 hours late today. Yay! Day 2. 15 minutes out from the KOA. It's 9:20 at night.
We did not make good time.
We did not make good time. 10 minutes out from West Glacier. Just got the window repaired. Ready to set up camp. One more.
My wife nailed the steak dinner.
I have food in my mouth.
Thanks, babe. All right, it's our off day. We're in the Glacier National Park. Freaking the wife out with the drive. It's super tight and you're like right on a drop off, so it's really cool. But
Drops on my side.
it's our day off. Day 4.
Day 4.
Got a sweet Glacier hat. How'd you like Glacier, baby?
Glacier was awesome. These are the rocks.
Canada, United States boundary. All right, here we go. Let's see if we get across the border.
Well, made it through Canada.
Yes.
He asked some questions. We did know the answer. We didn't consult the book. Then he made fun of my color coordinating skills. Come to Canada.
Canada.
Making some sandwiches.
Stop at a real nice pull out in British Columbia. Gonna have some lunch and an awesome view.
Here, an hour and a half out from Banff. Driving through a cute little town in Canada. German restaurants. See you on the Banff
The biggest maintenance issue that we had was a slight leak in the bathroom underneath the sink. Water's not supposed to be dripping out of that area, so we got a leak. So I'm gonna put some silicone tape on it, see if that fixes it. See if that helps. Field repair until we can actually fix it right.
I really loved Banff, but it was very touristy. We did do one hike and we could bring the dog, which I loved.
I think you just saw a squirrel, so he has a second wind. Got a down day today, so we'll go out, stretch the legs, and have some fun. On our way to Jasper, and after Jasper up to Dawson's Creek.
How you doing, baby?
Good.
Show you this awesome national park in the rain. A leak coming in the bathroom. So Cole's trying to save It's open, it needs closed. It twists.
Sure?
Yeah, because I pulled the fan out. Alright. We figured out how to close the vent in the bathroom.
Yep, it was leaking.
It was leaking onto the toilet and the floor. But otherwise, everything, fingers crossed, looks good in Indy. And we're driving through Jasper now. So we're here in Jasper. I just got my phone fixed. And all of my friends from Kodiak have been texting and asking us how we're getting home since the ferry's on strike. So I got this lovely text right here that says, due to the strike, all the ferry sailings are canceled until the 7th. We're due to be on the ferry on the 3rd. So not sure how we're gonna get back to Kodiak, but currently in Jasper looking for somewhere to park and make some sandwiches. Husband's a little stressed. So driving the ALCAN, we were told stories that it was going to be so primitive and there would be nothing and no gas, and it was actually more civilized and more maintained than we anticipated and heard. About an hour and a half out from our stop in Dawson's Creek.
Nice Grand Prairie. Looks like the Midwest down here. Awesome.
It's pretty. Into Dawson's Creek. Mile 0, Alaskan Highway, ALCAN. I'm trying. It's backlit.
Dawson's Creek.
Now 1.3 miles. Continue on Alaskan Avenue.
Tonight we stay at Laird River Hot Springs, and I'm looking forward to going swimming in some hot springs.
Third moose we've seen today. Just got some really good pictures of one down in a pond eating some aquatic plants. I don't know what they eat. And this guy's just hanging out and looks like a gravel silo warehouse. Too cool. This buck looks more mature. It's male.
My actual favorite was Laird Hot Springs. It was a quaint little campsite. There was a mama moose and a baby moose arm's length away, and my husband and I were more reserved because moose can be very scary. The locals were just like, oh, they're from here, it's okay. And we walked up to the hot springs, and it was the best hot springs I've ever been to. It was real wilderness hot springs, and definitely my favorite spot along the way.
Boondocking, cooking scallops.
We just left Laird Hot Springs. It was amazing. Super warm. We both put a rock on the wall. It's 10 o'clock. We are headed towards Whitehorse, and we have 2 nights in Whitehorse.
The Ford 7.3 Power Stroke is very popular and very desirable, so we went that route. We bought a 7.3 Power Stroke from a gentleman down in Phoenix. The truck has just been incredible. She's a tank.
Looking cool, Bootsy. You gotta go get the new book so we can look up stuff. We stayed last night in Whitehorse. We're on our way to Tok, Alaska. We crossed the border today back into America. And we're following a camper that left the same campground as us this morning. Fingers crossed.
See if we get Back into America!
America!
Made it.
Made it into America, back in Alaska.
Back in Alaska.
Oh, geez.
God.
The road is great, can't you tell?
The trailer's gonna break off.
The best part is the power lines. Look at the power line. Back in Alaska, we got about an hour and a half till we get to Tote, where we're sleeping tonight. What is in his freaking
Let's see if we can win some free breakfast.
bucket?
Bucket, 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 bucket. Woo! Bucket, bucket, bucket. Woo! Bucket, bucket.
Last day of driving, we left Sourdough Campground in Tote today. It's gorgeous out here.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Hopefully we make an Anchorage tonight. Little baby Airstream!
During the fish hatchery. It's pretty awesome. This is where all the rainbow trout from Kodiak come from. That tank right there.
Boots and I are gonna ride the ferry from Homer to Kodiak. Indy and the truck are already on board. Right now we're just letting Boots get some time and about to go back on and load him up in Indy. Here we go.
Airstream is officially on Kodiak, baby.